Hi and welcome to GRVO TV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. I'm doing a review on the Phoenix RC Flight Simulator. This is the latest version 4. Now, I fly real model aircraft and have done for a number of years, so I feel that I'm quite well placed to tell you, how realistic this is. And I started off, flight simulator wise, flying the original ones, which were just polygons flying around, just drawn polygons flying around. So it's been a while since I've had a go on a flight sim, but I thought I'd give this one a go, and overall I'm very impressed. The flight dynamics are pretty good. I do think it's very easy not to have any sort of wind or anything, but when you set the wind and the gusts and a bit of turbulence and that, it actually becomes a lot more realistic. Some of the planes fly really well, some not so well. Some of the planes and helicopters on here I've actually flown the real thing. I've flown glow engines, I've flown electric engined planes, I've flown big ones, small ones, indoor ones, electric ones, gliders, indoor helicopters, electric helicopters, glow engined helicopters. I've flown 4 strokes, 2 strokes, biplanes. The only thing really I haven't flown is any jets, but I have flown like deltas and very fast flying planes. So I've got a good all-round experience and feel that I can give you a good, honest opinion on how realistic this simulator really is. So I'm going to start this video with just a few planes, and just to give you a brief idea, and I'll sort of commentate as I go. And then what I'm going to do is do quick sort of reviews on each of the planes. Now, I've uploaded all the latest planes, and there are loads of them. There's loads of planes to choose from. There's loads of flying sites. There's amphibious planes. There's all sorts on here. So you're going to be entertained for a good long while on this. So I'm flying this with a Spectrum DX7, and as you can see in the bottom left hand corner there, that is my transmitter, and as you can see it pretty much mimics my movements. I fly mode 1, which is throttle on the right with ailerons on the right, as you can see, and then we've got the elevator on the left and the rudder. Okay, I've got this set up pretty much bog standard. It was easy to set up with the transmitter. It had a very easy walkthrough. I've had flight simulators before which were virtually unfathomable, but this makes it quite straightforward. There are some keystrokes if you want to do flaps and smoke and stuff like that, but you can assign that sort of thing to your transmitter as well. And you can have either or a mixture of both, and I think it works quite well. Here we have just a biplane, nice big one with a big throaty, sounds like a 4-stroke in it. And I've got no wind set at the moment, but I will change that on later ones. The perspective change is quite nice, and the cloud formation's quite nice. I've had issues before with flight simulators that the plane doesn't stop when you stop. There's like almost a bit of lag, but this is nice and crisp. And this is flying, I've got it on the sort of just the normal sport model mode. This is just flying as I would expect this type of plane to fly. The sound is what it is. It's nothing special. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's particularly true to life, but bearing in mind it's only the speakers in the laptop. I'm trying to land in the ditch there, but it does sort of affect it. Yeah, the plane sort of went up the other side of the ditch. Just wanted to see if that was really a ditch. As you can see, I've got Stonehenge in the background here. Yeah, overall I'm really pleased with this. I'm just gonna, after this slow pass. Now that is the sort of manoeuvre I do with a real plane. I'm not only doing it just because this is a simulator. I know there's a tendency to try things you wouldn't normally, and it is great for that, especially with helis. I'm learning to fly inverted at the moment. So there you go. I'm just going to switch to a helicopter for you. Okay, so here we have a helicopter that I've actually owned and flown on a regular basis. I didn't have it for that long, but proved to be quite a nice helicopter. So I'll give you an indication of how realistic this is. I've got the sports model set up. Now, sound-wise, it's highly annoying, and that is probably about right, as you would expect. It's nice to see the model drifting around quite a lot with just very small. I don't know if you can see my transmitter on the left. You'll see I'm hardly moving the sticks at all, and yet the helicopter is sort of moving around a little bit, and that's because I've got a little bit of wind turbulence switched on. So to me that's a nice feature. You don't want it to sit up and just stick in the same position until you move it. Helicopters are inherently unstable. The throttle seems to be a bit on and off with this one. It's not as linear as I would like, but these are very controllable in the menus, and that is something that I would look at. And I'm pretty sure that if I play with this, helicopter a little bit more, I reckon I could get it flying pretty much how the full size, the original version flies. This is a helicopter I did mild aerobatics with, noses in hovering. When you're doing nose in hovering, always do it with the wind switched on when you're learning, otherwise you tend not to touch the sticks, and in reality it's very rare will a helicopter just sit there. Even with its own wash it will be upset. Yeah, performance going straight up is about what you'd expect. When you're overhead like that, the screen does go a bit funny and swing round, but it's no problem. Yeah, that throttle is just a little bit on off there. Yeah, I'd say that was pretty close to the original, and felt quite nice. You've got idle up and throttle hold and things like that, so that's it's come up with stunt mode. If you see on the transmitter, there's a little orange light, and a little thing flicks up to tell you're in stunt mode, and that will basically just enable some mild aerobatics. As I say, this is something I'm actually learning, or I've been learning for a while, to fly inverted, and it just gives you stick time. It's going to crash, no. It just gives you stick time to be able to be confident in that, this is not going to cost any more money than what it has to buy, and it doesn't matter if you crash. So there you go. That's my initial review of the Phoenix version 4 radio controlled flight simulator. Anyway, this has been GRVO TV. Keep watching, and I will post up videos of the various planes, and I'll just give very quick demos of them and my opinions on how the planes fly and the helicopters, etc. Anyway, see you soon. Cheers, bye.